Alright, in this video we're going to do a simple tutorial on just a small little part that, is just a basic shape and has some wings added to it for better torque. Let's say it's some kind of device that's going to be used to screw something, or it's like a little keyway, that kind of thing. Very simple little design. So I'm going to start off with a new sketch. I'm going to click on a surface to draw on, and I'm going to use the revolve tool to make a very simple rectangle. And I'm going to start from the bottom here. I'm going to come up to about this big. I'm going to make the dimensions, use my dimension tool to say this side is going to be, so I think I'm going to, try that again. There we go. I must not have been hitting good enough. This side is going to be 100 tall, and the thing is going to be 8 thick. But we don't want it this far away, so I'm going to say clicked here, and this wall I'm going to make it more like, we'll say 8. So it pulls it in nice and close. Maybe not that close. We'll say, how about 16? Alright. So we're going to leave this as some kind of, and we'll maybe add something in the middle so that it's some kind of like little key shape. This really doesn't matter. It can be anything. But I'm just going to zoom in real close and say, some kind of little angle piece, some kind of key feature. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, we'll do that. 1600, 8 wall thickness, and this is the gist of my design. I hit stop sketch. Now I go and hit my revolve tool, and I'm going to choose the profile here and here, and I'm going to select an axis. I need an axis to click on, so I'm going to click the origin, and I'm going to choose this. Actually, you can choose this surface right here. This works too. Go click that. There's the axis, and see how it's rounded around, and create the feature inside. Hit OK, and we have our part. Quick and easy. Now, what we want to do is add tabs to it. And why we're going to add tabs to it so that it's easy for a person to turn. So for example, if you're trying to put your fingers, here's your thumb and your finger on this to turn it, it's very tough because it's small. But if you add big old tabs or wings to it, way out here, you can put your fingers out here. Let's say your thumb here and your thumb over here. It allows you to use this distance to add more force of torque around the center. So it allows you to turn. It's the same way, if you've got a wrench and you're trying to use that wrench to turn a nut and you can't turn the nut, you get a longer wrench till you can. Same concept. By adding wings to it, we're going to make this thing more user-friendly. This is easier for folks who have like a weakened strength, arthritis, weaker muscle tissue. All kinds of things can be benefited by adding in features like this that help them with twisting motion. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. And works pretty simple. Sketch. We'll click on this surface. And I can't see the inside, and I want to, so I'm going to switch my display settings of visual style to a wireframe. That way I can zoom in close, and it doesn't really show up great, but it's right in there. And I'm going to draw my tab. I'm going to make it here. We're going to say it's going to be nice and long at 70. I'm going to draw my line up and give myself plenty to lock onto. About 25 is all I really need, so I'll say 30. And then high doesn't really matter as long as it gets into the part and then it closes. Alright, so remember, really all I need to worry about is 30 this way, 70 long, and then however you want to flare it, it's fine. Hit stop sketch, and my first wing is ready. It's nice inside the hull feature. I hit extrude, click on it, tell it to switch from one disc side to two sides, and we'll say the distance from one direction is going to be, it don't have to be super thick, so I'll say it's going to be 2.5 and 2.5. As you see, it's red. That means it's going to be a cut. We don't want that, so I switch it to join, and we're going to get a solid body that is that size. Click visual style here, shade it back up, and we have some tabs. We have one tab. We don't have two tabs. So I could turn around and go draw it over here, do the exact same thing, or I can use the pattern tool to make my life quick and easy, or simple. So here we go. I go to create. I go to pattern. By the way, the mirror tool would work too for this, but the pattern's cooler. Go to pattern and I select circular pattern. Circular pattern says, well, first of all, select what objects you want. And I could start clicking around on this, but it's easier just honestly to click the extrusion in your timeline, so it selects the whole thing about that feature. Now, let me show you a trick. If I want to do a fillet, now would be the time to do it, to maybe round this edge and this edge off, maybe round this edge and this edge off, set their radius to be 1, a little bit smoother than that, 2. And the reason I did that is because I want to pattern both these features. So check it out. I go to Create, Pattern, Circular Pattern, select this, see how they're both highlighted? Means they're both selected. Select the axis by hitting this button first and choosing the y-axis, which is down in there. Still can't hit it. Can't hit it there. Wait, there it is. It's locking onto it now. I wonder if I can just click it here. Yeah, I could just hit the y-axis right there. And I click it, and it says, well, how many do you want? Do you want 3? Do you want perhaps 4? How many of these tab wings do you want? Do you just want 2? That's the beautiful part. You can have these duplicated versions of what you have, and there you go. Let's just do 3 just for the heck of it. Although 2 would actually have more torque. Maybe we can grab it, you know, I really don't know, but maybe we can grab it like our thumb and forefinger. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to do 3 because it's cooler looking. But 2 probably would be more functionally correct. Anyway, 3, hit OK. And bam. Just like that. I can make some kind of key feature that goes down in there. You could even make something that actually, you know, does screws this way. You could actually design it to slip over top of a Phillips head and have a Phillips head down inside it, and gives you tons of torquing ability. Pretty cool thing. Not a lot beyond that. One of the things I might do to improve it just a little bit is add a chamfer right here to guide the key onto something. Maybe a 2, maybe a 4. That allows something to be guided down into the hole a lot neater. But beyond that, that's pretty much it. The only thing I can do now is just add a lot more fillets to smooth it out and make it look cool. But I think it'll work. So anyway, here's what I want you to do. I want you to replicate what I've done. Include the actual dimensions and everything. You can do 2 wings instead of 3. You can do 4 if you want to. We do save the file. We may require you to turn it in as part of an assignment, add some text to it, who knows, or maybe make some modifications. So make sure you hold on to these files when you do them as the tutorial. And that's it. So check it out. See if you have any problems, let me know. But otherwise, great little exercise to get the use of the revolve tool and also the pattern tool and just the basic process behind both. Alright, we'll see you.